morning, and welcome to SRTV. This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Daddy Chris, and I'm anchoring the show all the way from London, United Kingdom. As usual, I have my team on ground. Abuja is always ready. I have two beautiful ladies out there in Abuja, and don't wait. Today is a great day because don't play with SRTV women because they are nice, but they can be really angry. But I don't know which line they're taking today, whether they are happy or unhappy with this economic situation. I don't know. So, but we're gonna have them. They're gonna put things in perspective with me today, and I hope you guys will enjoy it because it's like these women are angry. They are angry, and today I have the opportunity to bring two wonderful input from two governors. In fact, the governor of Edo State did warn us that it's out of going to Abuja to share money, collect and share. It's not going to work, but we didn't listen. In fact, the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria warned. He said Nigerians were literally printing money. That is the government, the Buhari administration. They were literally printing money, which they shared. And that's what led us to here. So anybody preaching or telling us that is one food, is the people selling food, the poor people that grow their farm, grow crops in the north that sell to Niger State, that is our problem. More attention to my make it well. Anyway, I'm going to quickly bring my ladies on board. They are here. Hello, Abuja. And hello, Edo, the heartbeat of the nation.
Good morning from Abuja. Good morning to everyone in London.
Good morning from Benin. Good morning.
Listen, we have two new people. One in Abuja. We have a Blessing. Blessing is very pro SRTV. Thank you for wearing our brand. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
And yeah, listen, we all know Princess in Abuja, in the heartbeat. But there's a princess, there's another princess, a little one. She's apparently a beauty queen. One Favor, I always call her Favor Obaseki, but she's Favor Obaweki. Favor, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome to the show. And this is Wake Up Nigeria, people. As usual, this is the show where we take a look at what is happening in the country by taking a look what the dailies, what the papers are saying. From the paper, we can tell what Nigerians what is happening in the country. That's why we review the papers. So as usual, we're going to do it. Today is loaded. We have a guest coming on board in between the show. So I want us to be quick so that we can achieve it. And this show should not be more than 1 hour, 20 minutes. So we're going to keep to time today, ladies. Let us keep it. Last time you told me that to talk about Nigeria problem, we can't do it in 1 hour, 20 minutes, in 1 hour, which we do it.
We'll try our best.
Our problem too long, but we'll try.
All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to quickly jump onto the newspaper review. But before we do that, it is important we know what happened in Edo State over the weekend. Apparently, there are now candidates for all the political parties. I'm going to assume that. Let's hear from Princess before we jump into the newspaper review. That is important. Where are we, Princess?
Well, Labour Party has done their own. ZLP has done. APC has concluded with Edo Central taking the lead. Then PDP has done, Aswen, Igodalo. That's basically it. Basically it.
And so apparently, who eventually the news reaching us is that Edo APC had a very young candidate before. It's Dausa, but he has been dropped for someone else. Is that true?
That's very correct.
Oh my God.
That's very correct.
I know. So there will be a lot of court cases when we see things like this. And in the PDP camp, here we see. I listened to a very interesting interview from your deputy governor now, who said he was among those that fought for through NADECO to fight the Abacha government. So he has been an activist. He worked closely with your former governor, who is now your senator. Oshomole. So he was really proud, and I felt he's quite a sound man. But overly, his boss doesn't want him to be governor, and it's not going to be, from what I can see. You got another candidate. You have somebody else representing PDP, right?
Yes, we have Aswen Igodalo. Though the deputy governor ran a parallel election, but the party chairman, National Working Committee, they all sanctioned the one that was attended by the governor. So I think that's what's going to roll. Even if we are going to go for court cases and all that, I'm very sure that the one that was done at the stadium that produced Aswan Igodalo will be upheld.
Yeah, because why would we uphold the one that happens at home and the one that happened at the stadium? Stadium will be more legal in our book. Anyway, and don't put your ass together because you are the heartbeat of the nation. We want to see good things coming out of Ado. You've been good at this. We saw it during the time of Oshomole when Edo people came out to defend their votes, and I'm sure you guys will come out to defend your votes again. Well, let's quickly go into the newspaper review this morning. As usual, at least let's start with Punch. Can we hear what happened with Punch? Mary, let's hear that quickly.
Okay, for Punch, we have the big story that says NLC protest. Presidency, please issues fresh warning as 65 groups pull out. And the writer says, don't disrupt commercial activities. Vehicular movement, Lagos CP tells protesters. Protest illegal, says presidency. CSOS, NLC, college government plots to disrupt demonstration. And you can find that story on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And here there's a story at the top that says forest crisis threatens modular refineries, 25 billion naira daily crude inputs. And that story is on page 21 of the Punch newspaper. We have a story at the middle that says 50th anniversary Punch photo exhibition begins Wednesday. You can find that story on page 9 of the Punch newspaper. Governors Elumelu Dangote make Tinubu's economic advisory panel. That story is on page 22 of the Punch newspaper. BDC operators plan measures for mandatory deposits. That story is on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. We have a story that says sports terminal operators, clock workers arrested over 1,444.29 kilogram cocaine. That story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Food smuggling, customs to man 1,500 illegal routes with drones. That story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. We have a story that says Nigeria reaping the benefits of reform. And there's also a picture of petrol importation is down 50% since petrol subsidy removal. I think these are all the stories we have this morning on the Punch.
Oh, nice one. So I think, who are these people forming the government Tinubu advisory panel? The governors.
Elumelu, Dangote.
And that's a good one, though. It's good to have the governors there because some of the governors, hopefully, they will take on because I listened to these two governors and I think they should be in that panel. Obaseki should be there. The former governor of Central Bank, who is the governor of Anambra State, should be there. These are people that have sound. In fact, they have sound economic background. They should be part of this panel because we need help.
But when they say the governors, I think they're referring to the 36 governors of the state, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm just pointing at these two who I know they are sound economically. They will be able to advise us because the culture of printing money, just go print, eat. That's what we've been doing. It's not going to help us. Anyway, perhaps because we want us to go through so many of the papers today, I would say let us jump quickly to the next one. But otherwise, it is important to take a look at what the forest exchange is threatening the modular refineries. That would be a detail to look at because with this, anyway, today the dollar is down a little bit. Who knows whether it will stay there for more than a day? You understand? Overnight, it went down with 155 naira. Let's hope it stays there. The sound is annoying. It's annoying, and we pray that something good happen quickly. But let's quickly go to the next newspaper. Let Princess give us that from BENIN, so that because we might come back to take a look at some of the stories. And I don't know. Before we do that, I think it's good to say happy 50th anniversary to Punch newspaper. Yeah, that's very important. All right, Princess, let's go to the next paper, and what would that be? Princess,
The
are you
Nation.
there? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, The Nation.
Okay, good.
We have The Nation.
All right.
We have pressure mounts on NLC over planned protest. No going back, says Ajiro. That's on page 4.
Yes.
Then Dangote, Soludo, Abiodun, Elumelu, Riwan, and others in Tinubu's economic reform. And
Okay.
that's on page 4. That's also on page 4. Then we have Jimo Ibrahim trains unit leaders ahead of Ondo APC governorship primary. Says he's ready for any form of primary. Senator Tayo Alashodura, Yele Omogunwa, Right Honorable Oloyelelo joins campaign.
Yeah,
So Ondo State, they are gearing up for their primary, APC governorship primary. Not so much here. Then pressure on NLC over planned protests. They say no going back. Then Dangote, Soludo, Abiodun, Elumelu, Riwane, and others make Tinubu's economic reform team.
It's
That's
quite,
all.
quite
I think these are pictures of the people, right? And the
Maybe,
nation.
Yeah,
maybe we can't, we can't see you. Something is happening wrong with your
Okay,
Abuja video.
maybe the technical issue.
Yeah. All right. Yes, Mary was trying to point out something very important, but let's quickly look at the pressure on this NLC again. In fact, I don't understand why the government is so threatened with the so-called planned protest. It is a shame that citizens of a country under a united labor want to go on a protest, a peaceful one. What is wrong with that? They have right to protest. Protest is our legitimate right. And I don't know why they keep threatening them. The threat is what I don't like. You can appeal to them. You can tell them not to do it, but threatening labor is unacceptable. You can't threaten the citizens of your country not to go on a peaceful protest. They are not rioting. There's a difference between protest and riot. These people just want to come out and express their grievances. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to fight you? Because he that refuses a peaceful change make a violent one inevitable. If you don't allow them to go on a peaceful protest, it will become violent. We don't want that. Allow people to say their mind. And it is too important at this time. And threatening labor is something that disheartens my heart. Anytime I pick on Nigerian dailies and I see this, it makes me really sad. And I really hope that, yeah, go on.
It's funny how you beat a child and you tell the child not to cry.
That's
Really.
it. And I wonder why you be in a country where you cannot speak up and they tell us freedom of speech.
It is freedom of speech.
So where is now freedom of speech happening? Because as long as I'm concerned, you're not free to speak in this country.
See, they say
It's
there's
not funny.
freedom of speech,
Yeah.
but your freedom after speaking
But
is
it's
not
applicable.
guaranteed.
There's no freedom of speech step. It's not applicable here in the country.
Okay, Mary, I'm going to give you people 1 more minute to go and change your background. All right. Your background is not in line with what we're doing here. If you just go quickly do that, then we'll come back to you quickly. All right. Do that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wake Up Nigeria, and the show is heating up this morning. Like I said, it is going to be about the Nigerian economy, still about the currency, and now the threat on labor not to go on strike. I don't see that. Like Mary rightly said, how can you beat a child and you're telling the same child not to cry? It doesn't make sense. So Nigerian government should learn to be more tolerant. This is the 21st century. They cannot continue to do things the way we've been doing it. And we're going to quickly go on to the next newspaper. I was telling Mary to try and change their, everybody disappeared at once. You see, that's the thing about this studio, because the network, this is what we said about the challenge we have in Africa. We still have a huge challenge. The internet, my internet is always stable. Things are okay. I don't have electricity problem because I'm in London. But they have to struggle with electricity. That is what you deal with. They struggle with network. Even when you can pay, you have a problem dealing with the network. How can you survive? How can any business survive in a country like that? But these are very simple issues that we would have resolved if all of us decide to come together and do it. And I'm going to end the show today by talking about unity. Unity. Sometime in the past, I was blaming Agoye Rossi. Why did you forge Nigeria together? Actually, I don't see the economic sense in in actually forging Nigeria together. But unity can actually be better because it gives us one opportunity to strike with one mighty blow. The economy is now stronger as a force, one economy than one. However, it was not done for the interest of the people. That is my only fear. Otherwise, I was really angry with Agoirosi at the point in time. Today, I took my time to research the Pan-African movement today. And I found out that the only problem we have is lack of unity. And when I say unity, it's uniting for a purpose. Africans have never united for a purpose. Nigerians have never united for a purpose. The only thing I hear still in Nigeria is I'm a Yoruba man, I'm an Igbo man, I'm an Hausa man, I'm an Idibi man, I'm Benin man. It's not helping us. This is not what we need right now. In fact, we're talking for the United States of Africa. That is what people of my time are talking about. We want to have United States of Africa, not Nigeria. United States of Africa. You see, America is as big. In fact, the whole of African economy put together is not as big as the American economy. But if we come together, we will do better than America because we have the natural resources. We have more people that are ready to work. We have a youthful population. We have the natural resources. How can we not grow if we really put our things together? But divided, like they helped to divide us. They shared Africa into pieces and they ruled us. But they've left us. Are they the ones stopping you from uniting now? So we need to come together and speak and speak with one mighty blow. I like the popular saying that Malcolm X was saying that if I slap you with this my finger, it won't do you nothing. All I need to put you where you belong is to put it together and give it to you. You strike with one mighty blow. Africans strike with a mighty blow. Welcome back, young ladies. Abuja, good to have you back. Now you are now yourself. Yeah, Abuja is now Abuja. Good to have you. Yes. I was just preaching about the unity of the African continent and how Nigeria need to unite. Now that in this difficult time, it is important not to know who is a Yoruba man, not to know who's an Igbo man. I don't want to know who's an Hausa man. I want to know that we are Nigerians and we have a common challenge because our challenge today is hunger. This hunger does not know your tribe. It does not know your religion. In fact, the people telling you about your tribe or religion are doing well. The pastors are doing well. Sorry, I know young ladies don't want to hear this. The pastors are doing very well. I'm sure the imam are not hungry. You see, the government is doing well. The people not doing well is me and you. And it's me and you that's going to fight the fight. Before you know,
it all boils down to the masses. The poor masses, not the masses. The poor masses.
Thank you, my daughter. The poor masses. And that is my pain. That when we talk in Nigeria, people still tell me, Benin, Edo, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. Where is that in this scheme of things? It is hunger. In fact, you go to the market now, you see Yoruba man crying, Igbo man crying, Hausa woman crying. Muslims are crying, Christians are crying. Guess who is smiling? The pastors. The economy not affect them, but I swear down, pastors are doing well. I swear government is doing well. Your governors are not suffering. You understand? So let us identify our problem. I know Blessing doesn't want to hear that.
No, the thing is that I know you always want to tackle our pastors, but let me throw this one on you. The native doctors, are they suffering?
Native doctors,
but they suffering.
No, but you said the funniest thing. Native doctors do not take money from you on a daily basis. You go to native doctor and you say you want this, and he charge you. Native doctor does not say, come and put an offering. There's no way.
They bring one cow, bring a pregnant lizard.
You're trying to explain to us that the pastors are not suffering. Likewise, the imam and the rest of them and the government, right? But native doctors too, are they suffering? They are not suffering.
By the time they ask you to bring a pregnant lizard, and you say you can't find it, and they tell you to bring 1 million naira so they can help you find it. That's a source of.
Funny enough, they tell you to bring something that you cannot afford.
You cannot find.
In return, you give them.
Wait, you're not being fair to the native doctors. Where on earth does Nigerian native doctors ask you to bring what you cannot get? Yeah? Is it not
in case you just guess it.
Yeah, but the case of pastor is a continuous thing. Every Sunday I must go and I must put my offering. And not only offering, 10 times offering, and I will pay tithe. Yet, I rest my case. Maybe the pastors are suffering, but look at their stomach. The stomach is getting fatter. It's my own that is getting thinner. Now, true, I talked before. I know they are angry at me, but God is in heaven. God that is there is seeing all of us. we are in trouble. What I'm trying to say, Princess, I'm crying here that our problem today is not Yoruba, it's not Benin, it's not Hausa, it's not Muslim, it's not Christian. Our problem is the poor people who are hungry. And the people who are not hungry, I will say it, are the pastors. Because they collect money from us. They tell us we're going to go to God in heaven. But they are enjoying on earth.
Why is the pastors your problem, sir? Why is the pastors your problem, sir?
Princess, God bless you. And I told him that. Even the pastors
that you use your PVC to go on vote.
You see?
Ask me. Your leaders are printing money. That you use your PVC to go and vote. That you support, you campaign for. You are not complaining. The ones that are stealing our crude oil, the ones that are not giving us security, you are not complaining. It's pastors that are on their own that you are complaining. Me, I'm a pastor.
To give them money.
I like it, you know.
You don't force you to pay money.
Choice.
Yeah.
I know.
By force.
Princess, I know I will not get away with it. I'm going to beg Favor to help me here. Favor, do you think the pastors are not hungry? Do you think pastors are hungry? That's how I will put it to you, my daughter. Are pastors hungry?
No, I don't think so.
You see, pastors are not hungry in this difficult time. Governors are not hungry.
I don't understand your question. Like, you don't understand your question.
It's a simple question I asked the poor girl. Let us see who is hungry. Because on Sunday, there will be offering, there will be tithes, there will be.
They not force you.
You are forgetting the fact that there are still churches that feed their members. Let's be sincere.
Thank you.
Like OPM, they do this every Sunday. Yes, they feed their members. They don't have restaurants.
Princess, so that is like telling me there are still governors that feed people. Look at the governor of Lagos State, say people come and take rice and eat. With all the money the churches are collecting, can they give loan to people to go and do business? Look at the collection they be collecting.
Some give. Some have people on scholarship. Some have people on market money. They give. You don't see that one. You don't see that one.
We want to see it as a part of the church. We want to see that as a part of the church. Then we will smart. Princess, let it be a part of the church. That churches in Nigeria of today give loan to people. We say they should pay back or not give to. Give loan to your members so they can go and trade and come back.
They believe in giving you money and not collecting it back. That is what they say. That's why you have a section of helping the poor. If they want to give you money, they give you money. They don't want to collect it back.
They give grants. They give food. They give scholarship. You don't see that one. They give scholarship. They give grants.
The few ones I know.
I'm going to do a research. I'm going to give you number. I'll give you address. I'll give you name. I'll give you contact numbers. They do.
On Saturday.
I want to correct you on this. Church is not a banking sector. You don't expect them to be giving out loans. Is it a business house? Church is a house.
If it's not business house, why are you collecting my money there? Why are you collecting my money?
Why don't you complain about the price?
I want to see from that part. Church help people. You understand?
Thank you.
You don't see the part that they help.
We pay our money to the banks. They will not even give loans to start-up businesses, and we pay money to banks. They hold our money. They collect our money, use it to give us back as loans as high as 27%. Then they will not support start-up businesses. You don't complain about the financial institution. About people.
But why are the pastors not taking over from them? Why the pastors? What I'm saying that is that
but that is not their function. That is not their function. Take over from who? They have their members to take care of.
Let me ask you one question.
How are they taking care of the members, ma?
Thank you, Jare. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
when was the last time you paid your tithe, sir? When was the last time
you go to church? He doesn't go to church. He doesn't go to church.
I go to Anglican church there. I went to Anglican church for the past 6 months. I've been going to the Anglican church.
I
go. Wait, I was asking when last you paid your tithe.
Tithe, okay.
He does not go to church. Maybe they go to church, they pay tithe.
Princess, let me tell you one story. I went to a Ghanaian church in London one day. Let me tell you this story. the guy preached here. He preached that he said we should drop 1,700 pounds. In fact, only 750 pounds was in my account. He said the 1,700. That is what God said we should drop. If that money was in my account, I would have dropped it because the guy was so convincing. But I swear, had I dropped that money, I forgot back to collect my money. I forgot back. In fact, now for his story, because I don't know what it was to talk to us at my age. For me to agree to drop, I would have dropped it, but I would have gone back. That is to tell you the power. He wears.
He did not force you. It's just a word of the mouth. So it's
Thank
for
you.
you to decide. You need to be decisive. I don't want to. I want to. He didn't force you to do anything or to bring out anything.
If you don't like that kind of thing, don't go there again. It's not by force. Don't go there again. Go to another one.
I'm not going again. Oh, that's why you ask me. I won't go. I'm on my own now. Let us read the next newspaper.
Hey, leave pastors alone. Leave us alone. Leave pastors alone.
Okay, now the next paper, please. What do we have next?
Okay. We're reading The Guardian. It's like I'm in love with The Guardian already.
All right, good.
Okay, the big story is FX crisis. Nigeria falling out of top 4 African economies on weak currency. That story on page 6. It also says 65 CSOs withdraw as NLC DES FG mobilizes for nationwide protest. Stop blame game. Adopt Argentina's reforms. Atiku tells Tinubu. Atiku is offering advice. When he was the vice president, what did he do? The next story is conditional cash transfer to resume amid probe. That story can be found on page 3. Said Nigeria hopeful of positive outcomes at WTO, says minister. And on climate change, we have Lagos generates 13 tons of waste daily, home to 22 million generators, says experts. Yes. And we have emerging prospects, challenges of state police amid legislative traction. That's on page 4. And the last story is ASU warns of imminent strike over alleged insensitivity by FG. Okay, that's
ASU again, oh.
ASU again.
ASU again. ASU again.
They want to start.
I studied a 4 years in this country.
They have been studying system immemorial. They are also a problem to this country.
They are.
They are a problem to Nigeria. They are a problem. In 99, in 99, when I finished secondary school, I witnessed first time ASU strike when I went to see my sister in school. She spent extra 2.5 years just because of ASU strike. And since that time till now, ASU strike. What are they striking for that is not finishing?
I spent 7 years for a 4 years course. You can imagine.
But that's Nigeria.
Can you imagine that rubbish?
Yes.
No, Nigeria is ASU. It's ASU. Now is too much.
But what are they asking for that federal government that's finding it so hard to do? What is ASU asking for that the government cannot provide?
No.
Why is it hard for the government to pull money into education?
Yes, but the problem.
See, my sister, it's not government. It's not government putting money. Before 1999, I'm telling you, they have been striking. What is it that they have been striking? That as wise as they are, with all their many brains, they've not been able to find a solution.
No positive results coming out.
Since beginning of this thing.
No, Princess.
What are they even teaching our people? Since they cannot find simple solutions. They are always striking for very selfish reasons. Some of their children are in private universities. They don't go to strike there. Then they'll come and be suffering other people's children. What are they striking for? And they will strike. If they strike for 1 year, they will want to be paid for the 1 year that they're on strike. What rubbish is that? It's high time that if they go on strike this time and they don't get their solution and they come back, students should send them back home. They should go and sit at home until their problem is solved. When it's solved, before they come back. After how many months again, they will strike. After how many months, they will strike. Let them strike once and for all. If they want to take 10 years, let them strike and sort their problem out. If not, they'll keep on striking. My children will not go, they will not strike. They should stay at home. Students should drive them home. Until their needs are met, they have solved their problem. They have many brains, they should use it. If they have solved their problem, they should come back. If they are not ready, they should stay at home. They should stay at home. They should strike very well.
If this government has done anything right, in my book, is the student loan. You know, if it is implemented, ASU will not have any problem with government, because ASU is like every state governor. They are waiting for to be spoon-fed by the federal government.
Thank you.
That need to stop.
Thank you.
That need to stop. Institutions in the UK, they don't wait for government to feed themselves. They collect school fees and they use that to pay their bills. You understand? And this is what I like what the government has done. We will give loan to people who cannot afford it, so you can take your loan and pay your school fees. The schools should be independent. So you don't wait for government to feed you. How can, if I said it again, I was in LASU one day and I was telling my friends there, they are all lecturers. I said, I don't understand. How can you guys be intelligent and you are poor? I know they're going to be angry at me now.
Thank you.
How can an intelligent person be poor? You are the, what you said, you are the brain. You have so much of here. So you are poor. Meaning you have nothing. You are not offering anything important. Yes. How can you be intelligent and poor? You should be able to write a book or convert your knowledge into something. You know the funniest thing, the same people I told them to come. You know, guess what? I'm talking to my daughters. I now told them, okay, let us do a show. I have some of them in the theater art department. I said, you know what? We're going to review Nigerian movies. We call it Nollywood Busted. So that we bust the films. It will be a good show because they are intellectuals, right? So I want them to put their brain to good use. And you know what? They were waiting. How much are you going to pay me? I said, I'm going to pay you this amount. But you know what? You're going to contribute. You understand? So with time, when the show is big, we'll all be big. Oh, no, they want to be paid. No. They immediate gratification. These are intelligent people that cannot apply. You see, when you are intelligent and you don't have wisdom, it's a problem. That is what is happening in Nigeria. I think the education sector needs to be free. You need to be free from the federal government. You need to be free from the university, from these ASU people. We need another structure that can understand how institutions are run. And they should come and look at it. I'm happy the Tinubu government take a look at what is happening in the UK. In the UK, old men like us can go back to school because we can get loan. This is the beauty of it. When you are in school, they give you the loan to go to school. When you finish, when you earn a particular amount of money, there's a bar you will get to. Then you start to pay back. The money will not affect you. The one you are paying back will not affect you. And meaning the government has invested in you. When you now start working and earning good money, you pay the money back. What is wrong with that?
What if you finish school and you die?
No, you have to start thinking about that one.
So
let's go to school, finish, come down, go. Who will pay the money?
They will pay.
They cannot give you that loan without
no, you know what they will pay. You know why? It's when you are working.
Actually go back to your family together.
Guess what? Guess what? If you are a student and you start to work, the government know that you were a student, you got our money. Now you are working. We will know how much you are earning. That's where we're going to take our money. The only people that take our family are the workers.
Access your family. That's what they cannot just give you loan without knowing where you are from. You understand? Your family and all of that.
Don't we have NI? What's the use of NI?
See, you are talking NI in Nigeria when we have SIM cards that are registered and kidnappers use phones to call for ransom and they are not arrested. In this country, you are talking of NIN.
But that's Nigeria for you.
Please, if it's Nigeria.
But I the security authorities say if they really want to get somebody arrested, Nigeria, they will get that person arrested. And perhaps that is the thing we must understand, that the security authorities can do something better. In fact, that's a different discussion, my daughter. Our security sector needs serious rethinking. And just the way this education sector, you got these guys angry.
When they steal your phone now, when they steal your phone, very expensive phone, just pay some money. They will track your phone for you. I've seen them do it. So yeah, they do it. To show that they don't want to find those people, they can find them.
They can. But let's look at the big story of the day. You know, Guardian is very good. They said Nigeria is falling. You know, because of the weak currency, we used to have the strongest economy. We're number one. With South Africa, we were there before. I don't know which number we are now. We're falling down. We're falling down. And in fact, I don't know whether it is time for me to just quickly share a video with you before we come to the end of it, because we may not be able to finish the newspapers today, but this is a good time. Now that Guardian is here, let us listen to what the governor of your state, of Edo State, have to say. about how reckless the Buhari government actually. Let him speak for us. I won't say anything. Let's listen to Obaseki.
We'll go and sleep. At the end of the month, we all just go to Abuja and we collect money and we come back and we spend. My brothers and sisters, I am an economist. I'm an investment banker. We are in trouble.
Wow.
Huge financial trouble. First, what we used to rely on, crude oil. Forget what you are seeing now at $70, $60 a barrel. It is only a mirage. It's only a question of time. Because the major oil companies, Shell, Chevron, who are the ones producing, they are no longer investing as much in oil. Chevron is now one of the world's largest investors in alternative fuel. Shell is pulling out of Nigeria. So in another year or so, where will we find this money that we go to Abuja to share every month? Last month, we got FAC for March. The federal government printed an additional 50 to 60 billion to top up for us to share.
They don't print it.
We say remove subsidy. They say no. This April, next week again, we'll go to Abuja, we will share. By the end of this year, our total borrowings, the total we have borrowed is going to be in excess of 15 to 16 trillion. And my worry is that we wake up one day, like Argentina, the Naira will be 1,000, 2,000, it will be moving. Because we don't, you can imagine a family, you don't have money coming in, you're just borrowing and borrowing and borrowing without any means or idea of how to pay back. And nobody is looking at that. Everybody is looking at 2023.
Do you get that? This man, this was what he said 2 years ago. The pounds today is 2,000 and something pounds as we speak. So what this man said, a governor, in fact, these are the things we say. But my challenge is, if we have these people in the country, how can we be where we are now? It does not add up. Look at Obaseki, how sound he is. There are two things wrong. The governors only go to Abuja to collect money, they share. That's why I was asking him himself, Baba, the one you shared, why did you even invest it in your place? That is what I'm saying to the governors. Who, that is on my own with him. But the truth is, he has said something very, very big. The challenge we have is this. The governors and Nigeria only print money. You can't imagine anybody printing money. Print and sell, print and share, print and share. And they have big stomach. You see, these are the sound people. I'm happy he must be one of those that make up this Tinubu economic team. He better be one of them. Tinubu, if you've not seen Obaseki, if he's not there, beg him now to be in that team. We want solution. We don't want to know who is your friend, who is not. We don't care who is political party. We want a solution to our problem. He is one of the solutions. And I still want to share the other video with you because this is going to be the crux of our discussion today. Let us listen to the governor of Anambra State, the current governor, what he has to say about this thing. In fact, that one is more depressing, but I have to share this with you. Let's hear it.
I was governor of Central Bank, and I met the exchange rate at about 138 naira. I am the governor that presided over having seen the rate move down from 138 to 120 to 118, and actually came down to 112 naira to the dollar before the global financial crisis of 2008-2009. And I met $10 billion as external reserves and built it to the all-time almost 63 billion that we had. And even in spite of payment of the 12 billion in external debt, and then going through the worst financial crisis in history, I still left behind about 45 billion the day I left office. Now, I've seen this myself. I've seen it up, I've seen it down. And I know quite a few things. But there's something, a note I will leave with you. And that is that we must realize where we are coming from. That we sat here in this country and saw the monetary authorities literally printing money, literally illegally, and I must say, printing money.
Illegally?
Because I superintended the development or the drafting of the 2007 Central Bank Act. And to prevent us from getting where we are today, that's why we had an explicit clause there that prevents central bank from lending, recklessly, granting ways and means advances to the federal government. And we explicitly put in the law that you cannot grant more than to federal government more than 5% of the previous year's actual revenue as ways and means advances to the federal government. And that so granted must be retired by the end of the year in which it is granted. And where the federal government fails to retire that, the central bank is forbidden by that law from further advancing ways and means to it. That's the law. 2007 Act of the Central Bank. By that law, I don't think there was any time that the ways and means advances would have been more than 250 billion at any point in time. We were very stringent in doing this. And as governor, I was very bullish in insisting that we remain within the ambit of the law. But we sat there, all of us, Nigerians, we're all guilty of this. We all sat, saw the central bank, brazenly, illegally, violating that act year on year and kept printing money, literally. Because when you advance money that is backed by nothing, you just credit the federal government, but continue to credit the account of government with trillions.
Now,
1 trillion, people shouted, 2 trillion, 10 trillion, 15 trillion, 20 trillion. And we kept going. My dear friend Sheung, I did say it before, that this particular government inherited a dead economy. From a macroeconomic point of view, this government inherited a dead economy standing, almost a dead horse, but was still standing. But people didn't know it was dead. Because you cannot pour drums of water on a rug and expect that the rug will not be wet. There is humongous challenges. And I think it is important that Nigerians understand this. And that it's not a tea party. Cardoso and the Minister of Finance, when I spoke with them, each one of them I spoke to, on the appointment, I said, meaning have my congratulations and also my commiserations. Because I know what faces them. And Nigerians need our support collectively, intellectually, and in whatever way that we can. But I want to believe that, we'll lock ourselves in a room for a day or two. We must be able to get through this. Nigeria, I'm an incurable optimist in the greatness of this country. That's why I offered. That's why I applied for this job. If I don't believe in the future, in the incredible, the future of this country, then I wouldn't be, taking myself through this, what I call the executive imprisonment, as it were.
All right. I'm happy that these guys are sound. Let's give credit to these two videos. One is from Channels, that is from Soludo. Credit to Channels, and another credit to Sahara Reporters who will pick this video to share, just to put in context, just for copyright purposes. Anyway, the interesting thing is two things I want to say. Soludo, you go to Abuja and you see sharing this money. See, so you'll be sharing. You not tell of Baba say this money where would they share, so money trouble there. This now where are the verse for now? You see what I'm saying? They are still part of those going to Abuja to share. You see, we wanted them to protest before now. Not only when we are now in a big mess. will now say, the only person I really respect is the governor of Edo State, who for one, that will just printing money. And Soludo did his best, to be fair, when he was central bank. They made a law that you cannot, you can give money, you can take a loan and give to the federal government, but they must give it back to you. The central bank is not a property of the federal government of Nigeria. And that's why Emefiele, in fact, Emefiele, you go here, because now you are Buhari put us away with it. Now you're opening Emefiele here. What some of the things he does, they're gonna have the case on you, Emefiele. I've been angry. I said, why are they holding on to you? If you are not guilty, they should let you free. But are you part of those that gave money to Buhari? You just print and give to him. He just spent, finished. Now we are crying. Now we are owing. Our children are owing. And you think you carry Bible? You see what I'm saying about the pastors? Now you carry Bible. You not see Emefiele for church. And Mary,
drama.
But he's not a pastor. At least he's not a pastor.
See, this heavenly race, Napa head, though.
Yes, and you can't just.
Thank you.
These women, I don't go feel defeat to that here. Now only Favor I go run to. Favor, the heavenly race Napa head, I be my daughter. Now only Favor I go cry. Favor, you see? Favor, which one do you attend, my daughter?
Believers Covenant Rights Ministries, a Pentecostal church.
All of us they go church. All of us they go church.
On Sunday I will go. I go tell them waiting my pastor. And when I go to church, I always share the gospel. My Reverend Father is a woman, though. It's not like the Catholic.
You just said Reverend Father a woman.
No, my Reverend sister. Our father, now father will know for Nigeria now. Now woman for African church here. No,
they don't cast.
She's the one that read the gospel. Anglican were like that. You understand? I'm a Catholic, but I now go to Anglican once in a while. So I go to the two. I want to see the difference. The same thing that the Catholic is saying you cannot do, Anglican is doing it. And it's okay. Why can't a woman even preach the gospel? This woman is preaching very well. She's running the church. So the women are happy now. All the ladies in the house are happy now.
But they're not asking you for money. But she's not asking you for money, Sha.
No.
You are not complaining now.
No, if you go to my church, if you go to the Anglican, you will eat at the end of the day. There is this free food they will give to us. So we eat, and if you give £1, they will thank you. If you give 20, they will thank you. Nobody asks you to do more than one offering. I've never been there and we did more than one offering. Not
so one. Don't carry you go that other place.
So you can see that all churches are not.
Carry you go the other place. Why you not stay for your church?
Not right.
Why you not stay for your church?
Why not go Catholic? No, Catholic.
Why you not stay for your church? Why you?
Me, I go form my own church. No worry. The name of my church is called Church of Sacrifice. I never hear that. That is church, the Church of Sacrifice. Let's
sacrifice it.
I will tell you. If Jesus Christ does sacrifice, you forget salvation. There must be sacrifice. That's what I'm preaching. You understand? So we should sacrifice for Nigeria to grow. But you know the truth. My anger is people telling me that heaven is, I'm going to die and go to heaven. No, they are in heaven here. Reverend Father, not wait till he die. Or your pastor, not they wait till he die. Look at Bishop Oyedepo. He's in heaven here. He's telling me that my heaven is when I die. Could be mumu. Why will I die before I get to heaven? You are in heaven, sir.
But you know that there was a time Bishop Oyedepo suffered too. Nobody talks about his.
But on whose money is not rich? Wait, Mary, on whose money is not a rich man? On my money. The money you collect.
He suffered. He suffered.
He not collected our money. He not collected our money to be rich.
Did he force anybody to give him money?
How much you pay? How much you pay for that money? How much you pay?
You don't say when Oyedepo people see this video, they're going to nearly kill me. Make her quiet.
But you never force anybody to give him.
How much you pay for your money? How much you pay?
How much I contribute?
How much of your money there inside?
How much of my own?
How much you contribute?
You see, the money that Nigeria money, you see that money?
Nigeria money.
You see a Nigerian president for crying
collect personal offering. Why you not stay there? You first stay for that your church now. Leave other people alone.
I
Say
don't
your
na
church.
my own I dey o.
Uh-uh.
Na my own I dey my lane. I dey my
Leave
lane.
other people now.
I dey my lane. Let's do the next news of our daughters.
Okay, that's the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay.
And here the big headline says, Economists dissect Nigeria's problem, proffer solution. And the writer said, Teriba, Riwan, Kali, Adebajo, Fasao, Okiti, Shita, Bay wants fiscal discipline, introduced a reset of country's economic framework to target key sectors. Government to sell real estate assets within 2 to 6 months to attract dollars. The poor and vulnerable targeted through expenditure subsidized. And you can find that story on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. And we have a story that says economic hardship. NLC accuses federal government of plans to attack peace rallies. Falana writes federal government says labor protest constitutional, not contemptuous. Demands police protection for protesters. 65 years old pull out. That story is on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune. And we have another story that says MBF, CUPP, LP fought INEC on integrity of 2023 election. That story is on page 22 of the Nigerian Tribune. We have a story that says Tinubu set up economic advisory committee. Meets Dangote, Edumelu, Rabiu, Soludo, Abiodun, D. Man, and that's on page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune. We have a story that says Qatar makes U-turn, confirms investment forum we hold during Tinubu's visit. And that story is on page 27 of the Nigerian Tribune. We have a story that says Yahaya Bello's legacy in infrastructure, health, others, worth emulating, says NGE. And that story is on page 3.
Who is that? Yahaya Bello. Let God save us.
Okay. I think that was great. Other headlines are similar.
Mary, wait first. There's something here. I want to first we go through. We heard it and we say make we ignore it. Make we hear article again. They talk to Tinubu. Tell him that we should imitate Argentina reform.
You see
I skipped it because I think you read it before.
You see that article? Like, what place is he sitting from to advise Nigeria a president? What did he do when he was a vice president?
My question to Atiku is, where are your children studying, sir? You see, anybody that open his mouth and talk in Nigeria, I ask how patriotic are you? In fact, perhaps this will be the litmus test of a Nigerian. You said you are from Nigeria. All your business is in Dubai. Before you know, Atiku is living in Dubai. Now that he lost the election, he don't go to Dubai.
Yes, now, what this one is doing is so people will not forget about him because he's definitely coming back again to contest.
He's just chasing clout.
Every year he comes back to contest, every 4 years. So now he needs to still be putting up something out there in the media.
So that he will be relevant.
Yes, he's still relevant. You
Well,
understand?
who made him an advisor? Really?
But that's just it. And when you're not sitting there, you are good in advising people. But the thing is, the truth is, anybody that had won this election, I feel like people would have still been passing through the same thing. Because when I checked through all the stories I've been seeing in the media and everything that's happening, I think the problem started from Buhari's regime. It is not just Tinubu that caused all this problem. I think there have been a lot of debts, there have been a lot of problems that needs to be tackled. And he just getting into that place, the first thing he did was to start with the fuel subsidy. You understand? Instead of checking through the structures and everything that has been there. So all these things started with Buhari.
Nigeria has no structure. That is what I was saying. There's no laid down structure for this governor or this president. This is what has been laid down. Okay, let's take it from
here. But you know, we've got a lot of debts that needed to be sorted out, right?
There is no, so far as I am concerned, personally, I don't think there's any structure in Nigeria that can be improved on. Really. Because if you just see from the past and everything going on, it's a personal, the presidency is a personal race to whoever wins. They just get in and do whatever they want to do. There is no structure, that a plan that says, okay, in the next 4 years, this is what we are doing. So even if I don't finish, anybody that comes in takes it from here. There is
Exactly.
nothing like that.
No continuity, my daughter. Yes.
Person that comes in, breaks it and say, no, this step, I don't like the way this is, and then they form their. So there is no structure, there's no system that is working. Just everybody, the presidency is a personal race. Tinubu can just wake up and say, you know what, Nigeria, let's face this way. And that they keep doing try and error.
Presidency is supposed to be a personal race.
Not,
when they have a lot of people.
It's not.
It's not supposed to be a personal race.
If you look at developing countries, you would see that there's a system in place. But so it's not.
But whether you agree with me or not, the problem of Nigeria did not just start with Tinubu.
And it did not start with Buhari.
It did not start with Tinubu regime, you understand? And the truth is, even if Tinubu steps down, the next person that will come, it will be more difficult for the person. Because where will the person start from?
I said this problem, it did not even start with Buhari.
Yes, it has been there.
It's a foundation. See, even for church, you don't see whether they deliver person will get foundational problem. That's a long.
Pastors are good at that. They go deliver us foundational
They will deliver you.
They are focusing on Tinubu.
Oh, you don't get foundation problem. Wait, oh, you don't get foundation problem. In fact, that's Africa. We're going to do something about this, our belief. Oh, you don't get foundation problem. Anyway, you're right, my sister.
We have a foundational problem that needs to be looked into.
Let me believe that Princess is a supporter of Atiku. Princess, do you like Atiku?
I don't hate anybody.
Do you agree with him? He's advising our president.
No, I don't know.
You know,
it's just that Nigerians, we are complainers. We complain a lot. We strike a lot. We know the problem, and we come out and protest a lot. We do not make much noise about solutions. We don't get anything done about solutions. All we do is social media in every little way we can. Every little human being that has 100 naira data just comes up and starts saying bad things about the country. We have nothing to add to. Why the leaders are doing their own, spoiling it, we too down. We are doing our own, announcing it, heralding it, no adding any value. Then when we are tired of complaining, we just sell our father's house and we just jackpot to other people's country.
That is it. That is it. You are right, Princess. You are right.
You see, social media is I think it's just a space for Nigerians to ease off, right? I think that's the only place that you can speak your mind, really. Because if you want to go out now and protest, you see police arresting people for speaking, just going out for peaceful protest. So the media is really a place for people to just speak their mind and say how they feel and not feel, how do I put it, and not people
say how they feel without solutions. Because you can't get solution from just what you say on the media.
But first,
it's a place
but
to speak.
People need to talk. Let them say their mind. You know, the days of citizen, I call it citizen journalism. You understand? Gone are the days when journalism was restricted to some few people. Today, everybody with a mobile phone is a journalist. And it can be good and it can be bad. But let's see the good side of it. Like Blessing is saying, we cannot express ourselves without any fear. We do it in our backyard. Nobody knows it's me. You understand? But sometimes they distort truth. But the challenge is, why don't we use this energy sometimes to really find solution to our problem? Perhaps that is what is saying. You understand? Why don't we use the energy to find solution to our problem? Because it's one thing to cry, to shout, and do something, but you finally have a place. If you really want to be on the headlines, if you want your social media to get handled now get go open body. Otherwise, it's not interesting. You understand? So, and that is not the most important thing. If you see something really interesting, look at what the governor of Edo State just said. This is the cross of our issue. Federal government printing money and sharing it among governors. And that is our problem. The truth is that. And you see, even that's why I say, if I talk about pastors and governors, it's the same pastor that will pray for these people. The same man who we know is a thief. Even we know they are village fools. They will come to if they come to church, they put a very big seat for them to sit at the front.
It's not only pastor that pray now. It's not only pastor that pray now. Leave pastor alone now. Babalawo used to pray. They used to go to Afa. Afa used to pray.
Okay, let's leave that one first. But I will expect. You see, if Jesus Christ did this word today, no verse. You know why my matter is like this, Princess? let me refer you guys to the Bible. The only time God was angry, look at when Jesus did this word. I know you say Bible say Jesus verse. Only one time. You remember?
I remember.
When they enter church, they come, they use the Papa house, they make money. That is the only time the man was angry. That is why you see me saying, talking like this. The house of God is not the place used to make money. And
we are going to have a debate. We are going to have a debate. I take you on this one. I'm going to bring pastors. I'm going to bring Afar. Bring everybody.
Yes.
We are going to have a debate with you on this matter.
On this country, yes. And see, my problem. Thank you, Blessing, Princess. I like us to have this constructive debate so that we know that the problem, like I said, the problem. I don't know. I don't recognize pastors. I don't recognize imam as our problem. Our problem, only two languages we hear: rich and the poor. In fact, you see the imam and the pastors, they go deaf to the part of the rich, or even between the pastors and the imam, they get the poor and the rich ones. Where the rich ones are talking, the poor one doesn't talk. They don't. Listen, let's be sincere. The rich people are only talking about different language, how they send their child abroad to go and study, how they go for medical treatment. The kind of things they talk about, it's not the language we speak. We speak of how we go to seafood, the price of bread, the price of rice. That's what the poor man talk. The rich man is talking about how his child is in America. How is he going to go to tomorrow? You understand? It's two different languages. The two different languages to speak. And it doesn't recognize pastors who, poor pastors speak my language. The rich ones speak another language. Where already but they talk. Poor pastors not they talk there. So don't tell me it's not about the same church. It's not about imam or this. It's about the rich and the poor. I'm talking about the churches now. Where you don't know when some poor pastors talk, they tell them to shut up.
And then see this thing.
You don't did there. You did there.
Me today. I know. My spirit there.
Okay. There are our own problems. Now a bag of water now is 500 naira, right? And then the people hawking water are now selling one sachet for 50 naira. So by the end of the day, when they finish selling, they are making 1,000 naira from selling one bag of water.
Thank you.
They're taking advantage of this particular period.
If you go to the market to buy this microphone, you can see it for 16,000 naira. Sure. You can come back tomorrow and they'll tell you 25,000 naira. They've not gone to buy a new one.
They'll tell you because of the present situation of the country.
You don't go back and buy the new one. We don't go back and buy the new one.
Before this pure water issue came up, some people already have the old water still in stock in their shops. They started selling it for the new price. When they're not going to get the new one, no.
Exactly.
You understand?
And now one sachet of water is 50 naira.
It's not funny.
Even the amount
everything now, they will not still bring down the price. My problem is we just still bring down the price after everything. Or even when they say, they start selling it that way.
ABUJA Studio. What I'm saying is that 50 naira is already extorting your fellow citizen at that 50 naira.
Yes.
That is individual corruption. And they will be the ones to say that the government is bad. Are they not bad?
Exactly.
We have our own problem. Nigerians are very one-time people. And you buy it at 500 naira. You now sell at 1,500 naira. Nigerians, I don't know where we are from.
I agree with you. I agree with you. You know the truth. Like I said, you see what I like about this? It's only poor people that talk about pure water. The reason why they're talking about the big water that we're going to import to drink. You understand? And that's why I said there are only two languages. See, before we talk about this, my eye. Cut off my eye. See what they say. Somebody they praise Yaya Bello. Say what Yaya Bello do for that place.
In terms of infrastructure, health, I was like, wow.
Sir, you just beat me now. Let me cry. Let me cry my tears. You just said it's poor people that talk about pure water, Lord.
Yes, now.
That was a stray bullet.
I know.
No, but the truth, sir, the truth is that it is the same thing.
Yes.
The same price we complain about for pure water. It's still also the same price they complain about for bottled water. It's just that they can afford the bottled water. They like the bottled water. We can afford pure water. But the truth is that there's a hike in price. And the hike in price has affected both the bottle and the sachet water.
They've added
the same thing.
All I said is we speak different language. So the language I speak is not
Okay,
the language they speak. I speak the language of how I'm going to get pure water in my house. They speak of how they're going to get bottled water in their house. It's two different languages. It's not the same
and
language.
that money, but it's the same increment now.
I know increment is increment, yes. But that's why the only time Nigerians speak the same language or the world spoke the same language is when God took over. When COVID-19 came. COVID-19 didn't know you're rich, you're poor. We were speaking the same language. If you come out, you don't clean your hand, you don't know you're going to die. That was what I like. We need God. You understand? But not the pastor, the way the pastors are preaching it. We need God to come and intervene. Maybe to give us Corona COVID-19 so that He will not respect anybody that have a lot of money in the world that doesn't have. We need that wahala right now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wake Up Nigeria, and we've been talking. You know, my guests, they won't even let me go today because anytime I mention the pastors, you know, they jump at me and they are not taking it. They don't give a damn. They respect the pastors. But pastors, if you know these people love you so much, why don't you do the right thing? Do the right thing for once. All I'm saying is, please be your brother's keeper. That's what the Bible said. The Bible, I'm quoting the Bible. It said, what would it profit a man if you gain the whole world and lose your soul? That Jesus told a man that came to him that it would be easier for a camel to pass through the eyes of a needle than for a rich man to go to the kingdom of heaven. But look at how rich you are today. You say you're a man of God. Which man of God are you? What kind of man of God are you? You are eating all that food. Your members are suffering. Your members don't have, your children on the street they cannot go to school. You want to blame the government. You self be part of it. We'll come to that. Let's go on a quick break. I won't allow my guests to talk. They're going to jump on me. So I won't give them a chance. I will just go on a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the thrust of the issue. We want to look at what Soludo and what Obaseki is saying, that we pay deaf ear to this very important issue. Like Soludo said, we were here watching. We saw it, that the central bank printed money, print for Buhari. As if the economy was not dead enough. Good luck did his own. But at least then there was a little bit of more money coming in. We are not as lucky as we used to be. Good luck. So Emefiele was printing money, for Buhari to share. Buhari don't go a village. The money we used to treat Buhari alone, it will solve our head problem. We used to treat that man. He's going to die soon anyway. So this is the problem we have. We don't care about the younger generation. And these young people are the ones here now, you know, they won't let me go and get away with anything. And I'm sure the day they will turn against you, Pastor, you go here and more. Today now, they never agree with me. But then now they agree with me with the government. You governor, they will deal with you tomorrow. But let's go on a break. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Are you tired of endless search for the perfect property? Look no further. Let SRTV Real Estate be your trusted partner in the journey to finding your dream home.
We can offer you a dream home in a serene environment and beautiful ambience, surrounded with mother nature. That's definitely what you crave for. Well, you asked for it, and here we have it. Why not live the best of your dreams by making good with time, space, and value? The smartest form of real estate investment is that which is done at the initial public offer.
Join the long list of satisfied clients who have chosen SRTV Real Estate for all their property needs. We pride ourselves in turning your dreams into homes.
Act today. Secure your slice of a palace, even on a flexible payment plan, and embark on a journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Your dream is valid, living in a place of fabulous wealth and great opportunities. Don't compromise the standards of living. Explore the world of vast opportunities by investing in SRTV Real Estate today. Superb location, habitable, accessible, attractive, and a secret to every smart investor. For your real estate, SRTV is trusted and reliable.
Contact us today with the number on the screen or
email us at realestate@superiorradioandtelevision.com. SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us.
Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything less.
We're part of the global supply chain of helping goods to move from one point of origin to the point of consumption according to the needs of customers. You can contact us with the numbers on the screen or email us at logistics@superiorradioandtelevision.com.
Welcome back, my people. You are welcome back. Let me add you people back to the stage. The heartbeat of the nation. You women are clinking. How are you doing? Your son, I can hear you. And Abuja, are we still in the house?
Yes,
We're here.
All right, good. Well, this is Wake Up Nigeria, and we've been talking about, we'll be looking at some of the headlines and actually talking about the economic challenges of today. We're talking about the hardship we're all going through. And perhaps, if we are allowed to say, I'm going to challenge my guests today. First time I'm doing this. I didn't prepare them for this. I'm going to challenge them to tell us what they think can be a solution to this problem. You know, say, because we'll be talking about the challenges, we'll be talking about the things we're doing wrong. But then, what do you think is really the solution? So I'm going to hear from them as we listen to this. Because now I want them to take a look at, when you address these questions I'm asking you, it's like an exam. You look at what the two governors have just said. You understand? Obaseki complains about the governors going to the central body, which is the federal government, to collect money. They go home and they spend, you know. And the same thing there. Soludo they also let us know that the central bank has just been printing money recklessly, illegally. I like the very word of Soludo. Illegally, it's illegal because they made a law. There's a law governing it. You don't just go and become governor of central bank and you print money. If not, they will be printing money. Money will be everywhere. That's not how it works. And these people have really failed us. So, and I want us to take a look at that. But I know my guests may have one or two newspapers they want us to review. Otherwise, we're going to quickly go and answer this difficult question. My question today is, what can we do as a people, you know, to find solution to Nigerian problem, the economic problem? You see, when we talk of any problem I see in Nigeria, it's always been around the economy. You understand? Poverty and the gap between the rich and the poor, because that is the problem. There's no, like I said, I don't know whether there's a problem of tribalism. The only thing people talk about tribe is when there's money, when the people don't have money. You see, a Yoruba man today, we marry an Hausa woman. If he has money, they will not discriminate. So the problem is money. If you have money, you cross all barriers. So let us solve our problem from the money. We need money. So how do we solve our problem as a people? Let us look at money. Look at what these two governments say.
First of all, if you ask me, you see this energy they put in, wanting to give free food to people, wanting to give money to people. Then I start by using that money and that energy to empower the country.
So by going to manufacturing, right?
Yes, if it's Lagos State, build up something so that people will gain employment. You understand? Okay, now for example, we have a lot of things we import. Why not look into those things we import and let's start doing it in the country? People say Nigeria is oil country, right? We produce oil. But it's funny how they still take this oil out of the country to still refine it and bring it back, which is wrong. Can't we be doing it here in the country? We can still be doing it in the country. So I feel like they shouldn't just sit back in the office and work from the office. These people should stand up, get out of the office and work. And also have bodies that will check if truly work is really going on. You understand? Because if you stay back in that office, a lot of wrong things are happening. That is why you see governors collecting money to build road, and the road is not being constructed. And sometimes it is not just building road. Did you know that sometimes things they use in building this road are not of good qualities? And that's why they build this road, and within just 6 months they're already bad, they're already spoiled, which is out of selfishness and greed. You see that yes, they constructed this road, but it is not good, no good quality. If you want to really work on road, use good products to work on that road so that it will last. You understand? And again, now let's talk about like what is happening right now. Dollar has dropped. You can see everyone is quiet, everyone is calm, right? Then that is how I say we have the problems of ourselves as Nigerians, because things are still high. Nobody is talking about reducing anything. No. Why not set up a committee that will check if truly the prices of things are still in the same price, or if they are being brought down? Because at the end of the day, the poor man is there to suffer for this. But my take in all this is they should invest more in agriculture, because hunger can actually make people to do what they are not supposed to do. It is hunger that leads to stealing. You understand? When you are hungry, you can do anything. You cannot listen to your brothers, your sisters. So this, I want to can give maybe this particular state wants to give money to their people, wants to give out food to their people. Please, if you ask me, what we can do to better the country is carry that energy and that money and try to boost the economy of the country. Build up something that will empower people. You understand?
Yes.
Put money more on
Everybody.
agriculture. Putting your money more on agriculture so that we can be having food for our own. It's not you now depending on just a poor farmer that will get food from their own farm and you want to tell them how to sell the food. Why? Do you know why? Because they are doing this individually. Government is not helping them and not empowering them. So if government can have bigger farms through the government empowering people, you understand, and putting in funds in that farm to make it big with different products on it, and I think we'll have more food in the country and things will be better.
Yes, and government investing in small businesses, in startups. What's the name? Sweden is trying. The government is trying, but I think they need to do more for startups, for small businesses. Small businesses are packing up because the economy is bad. So government needs to look into investing into small businesses, into startups, to see that they grow and they thrive and they are sustainable. Yes.
All right, let's hear from Edo, the heartbeat. What do you think we can do today? Let's start with Princess. Princess, what do you really think will be the solution to our problem now?
I think every Nigerian should grow a conscience. Every marketer should grow a conscience. Every market woman, every trade union should grow a conscience. We should not sell at prices that people cannot afford. We know that things are hard, but there are food producers and you have them in your shops. Sell it at rates that human beings can buy. The rate of buying pure water at 500 a bag, selling one at 50 naira. It's not the best. It's not, doesn't work. Every human being should grow a conscience. Because even if all these agricultural farms and all those things come up, if we Nigerians don't grow a conscience, by the time the produce come out, you will see market unions, they will monopolize it and they will still make things hard for us. So my own take is everybody should grow a conscience. Those young people, those of us who like going online to bastardize the country, after doing that, we should put comma and add a solution to what yes, to it. Because it is our country. And as we are doing so, we should also try to ensure that we look for a solution. The other countries we run to, if that's how they spoil it, we will not see where to jackpot to. So while we are trying to do whatever we do, there should be a comma to it and grow a conscience. That's my take.
Thank you very much. In fact, that's why I put this question to us today. Now, how do we find solutions? Because we can find problems, but sometimes solution is there too. So I'm not going to give our little lady that difficult question, but I'm going to ask you, what would you like to see of your Nigeria? Favor. What kind of Nigeria do you want to see?
In Nigeria where everybody is of one mind, we are united, we are together, we are happy. There's peace in Nigeria where there's peace. In Nigeria where we can run to, not run from.
Good.
That is the kind of Nigeria I want to see.
See, yeah. I think that sums it up. We want a Nigeria we can run to, not a Nigeria we will run away from. You see, you see, because we are right now, the jackpot syndrome is there. Unfortunately, where you're going to, you don't even know. If I tell my experience in Europe, what I have been through, and I tell people, no, please don't come, they think I'm just discouraging them. Because there are things you will see. In my country, it's not strange if I become a governor. But anything I do here, you understand? It's a big news. Hey, in fact, I had my first encounter when I had a relationship with a white woman. Do you know that we end up defending it than having the relationship? We were always fighting. I said, who need this? I don't need this, I don't need this in my life. I'm not, if you think I'm inferior, I don't want to be in this. So that's how. So you end up end up making undue sacrifices, things that don't need to do. And this is because of our founding fathers. They did well, they planned well for us, but they did not actually implement it. Actually, we'll not be blaming them. It's those people. The shameful thing, these same people in government today, they were the same people that fought the then Babangida's government. The boys in government now, they were the one protesting then, though they were in school. I remember when we were in school, when they had the social adjustment program, we were on the street fighting the government. Now, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. Look at them in government now. They are destroying it. The same Tinubu was the one that headed NADECO, that fought. In fact, Tinubu were among those that helped to bring down the Abacha government. But today, they are richer than the government. Tinubu is richer than Nigeria, and we cannot live like that. I know it's sad to say this. It's difficult to say the truth. The truth is, until there is conscience, like what Princess said, until we put in element of conscience in what we do and think of the country, because we cannot succeed alone. Let me say this to everybody. You can buy a good car, but you cannot construct the road to drive the car. So you need the government. You might be able to afford your hospital bill, but you cannot create the whole hospital where you will treat yourself and your family. You need the government to get a good hospital. See, maybe I can buy a helicopter, I can fly my own jet, but I need an airport to land. Can you build airports? You see, when we all work together, we know that our success is not individual, it's a group thing. You want to be secured. How can you be secured if the rest of the country is not secured? Meaning you can be secured, you build your fence to the up, but when you come out, you are no more safe. So let us be wise and think of Nigeria as our own, as the solution to our problem. Nigeria must succeed for you to succeed. If we can think like that, then I know that the success of Princess,
Are you there?
Mary, is my own. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So I think we're going to just look at the sport. We'll not be living here without sport, and I want to leave that to Princess because Princess is more in the sport arena. Princess, if you can take a look at the sport with us, we'll take a look at the sport newspaper today before we close the show. And unless you guys want, I find that most of the news in the dailies are more or less the same, unless you pick out something new.
Yes, they are repeating them.
So let's take a look at sport.
Okay, Punch Sport Extra. Yeah. We have 2-2. You have Napoli forward Osimhen strikes again in second game after AFCON. Napoli forward Osimhen strikes again in second game after AFCON. Osimhen is quite a sensation these days. Then you have City place 100 million pounds on De Bruyne. Then you have Jorginho reveals Ghana's secret. United makes shock Barkley's move. Then you have fierce rivals continue battle for Olympic ticket. Nigerian versus Cameroon. Fierce rivals continue battle for Olympic ticket. Then Saudi Arabia strikes compound blades Wolves. That's Premier League. Wolves 1, Sheffield 1. Then you have Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. Then you have cricket. Nigeria off to fly to start in NCF tourney. Nigeria has been doing well in cricket.
Do we do cricket? I never know Nigeria have a cricket team.
Oh, we have. We're really? Good. We are good. Yes.
All right. That's quite interesting. And in fact, Osimhen is really making us proud. This young man is I was crying all through the game that the coach did not support him enough to give us the goals we would have gotten from him. But he's back in the team and he's doing well. We're waiting to have you back in England, Osimhen. We want to have you here. But again, at the end of all this, what is Nigeria taking away from this? There are your kids, your children coming outside the world to do great exploits. You do think of how to bring them home? Like the young girl said, we want to have a Nigeria where people come back to. God bless you, Favor. Why don't we create a sport avenue where these people, after play, they know they have a place they can come back and play. So they can have a hope The hope is not only what they can do in England or in Europe or in America, but a home where they can come back to. The government of Nigeria need to do that. We have so much potential, so much possibility to make Africa great, to make Nigeria great. And my pain is if Nigeria fail, the rest of the African continent is a failure. So we need to tighten our belt, and I beg our leaders. Today, the princess made me to realize something, that it's okay to criticize, but at the end, put a comma and ask a little bit of what we can do to make this thing better. And that's why I try to end the show on that note, because that's a big statement. It's okay to come out and fight. We're going to say this, and we're going to say this now to Labour. Labour, it's okay to say the government is not doing something. Please, as you are going to negotiate, put an option on the table for solution. As you're preparing for strike again, as you are planning that the destiny of our children is at stake, you do what you have to do. I can't stop you, but at least let there be a doable solution. You know, this government inherited all the rubbish from Buhari government. Let's assume. But I don't have excuse for Tinubu. Tinubu helped us to get Buhari. It was the same Tinubu that brought Buhari to us. He preached Buhari. He said Buhari will do this today. He doesn't have the excuse to tell us it was Buhari that did it. He's a part of it. Tinubu has been a part of the problem. So it is your turn, Baba. Save us. You know, there's nothing like this. I like what is going on. The country has been given to you. Baba, save us now. You know, and it's a big lesson that we are all having a difficult time. And like Princess say again, it is not time to look at the difficulties. Maybe from these difficulties, that is where solution will come. The true solution to people's problem never came when they are relaxed. It is in difficult time that good things come. I remember, if you go to Germany today, there's a part of Germany that was destroyed during the World War. You understand? That is the West Germany. It's the most beautiful part because it was destroyed and it was rebuilt. It's the new Germany. It's more beautiful. It's glamorous. You understand? Because the difficulties they went through gave them that opportunity to rebuild themselves. You will see what will happen in Ukraine. If the war is finished, the people will rebuild a new country. But Africa is the only place where we don't take advantage of our challenges. I don't know where to start from, but I pray that as we move on, that there will be solution to our problem as we move on. Now, that's the prayer. It's our prayer that we'll have a solution to our problem as we move on. And that is what we're going to do. Well, I know Mary will want to run one more newspaper with us. Anything we need to see in the newspaper? Anybody that sees something we should look at before we wrap the show for today?
Okay, I think I almost same headlines.
Okay.
Okay, like this Daily Independent said CBN proposal on BDCs may seize APCON emerging as a company. Okay? And also let's look at, the Daily Trust says Qatar backtrack, host Nigerian business forum. Nigerian Northerners senators welcome ECOWAS lifting of sanction. I think that was on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. There's this one on News Direct, Nigerian News Direct. The big headlines: experts project hike, tightening of NPR as CBN hold first MPC meeting today. And the story is on page 4 of the News Direct newspaper. And the story that says we are committed to making Southwest more economical viable. That story is on. It's coming from Chairman OICA Bimbo Ashiru, and that is on page 3 of the News Direct newspaper. There is this story at the News Telegraph, the big headline: Tinubu to tripartite panel. We may not have answers now, but we are trying. And the writer set up Presidential Economic Advisory Committee. We have what it takes to turn around economy, coming from Dangote, and foreign exchange artificial manipulative, coming from Abdul Samad. Implementing decisions we arrived today will prepare our economy, coming from Edumelu, and that is on page 3 of the News Telegraph.
Yeah, that is a good one, Mary. So I want us to look at this carefully, and it's going to be something. Well, I want us to look at the team Tinubu is setting up. Are these the right people to really find solution to Nigerian problem? There is
No.
Dangote. Are they?
No.
I-
They are the
I'm
ones.
not-
They are the ones monopolizing our market, monopolizing
Exactly.
everything.
In fact, they
And
will
then
go and form a policy that will make them to be able to. This is what happened during the Obasanjo government. They said they want to do. They end up privatizing things and buying it for themselves. You understand?
We talked
No,
about-
it's not going to
we talked
say
about-
that.
But let's be sincere with ourselves. Anybody that is against Tinubu cannot be on this
on the panel.
on this panel. Let's be
My
sincere.
point
You
is,
cannot be the enemy
what
on
is
this panel.
Dangote doing?
So you see people that are working with him that you bring on the panel.
I agree.
Mary, remember a few days ago, we're talking about the cement issue, talking
Yeah.
about lifting the borders and all that. You know,
Yeah.
how can you put Dangote on that panel? If you
Exactly.
are going to lift the ban, if you are threatening to bring people in to come and sort out cement issues, and you are putting Dangote, that means we are back to square one now.
You
Exactly.
cannot pass it to his stool. You cannot be in that panel. So all those things are just.
And okay, look at the financial sector. Somebody said you made something very important today. You understand? It's only in the Nigerian banks that you go and borrow money and you pay as much as 20-something%, 27, 30% on the money
They
you
make
borrow.
money from you. They make money from you.
How do you?
I'm telling you.
The banks
And they
are
won't be
so
startup.
evil, and they are the people they put together to
They
come
won't
and
be
find
startup.
solution to our problem.
They're putting those people
Nigerian
in the
banks will
economic
be begging
panel.
to come and borrow money. They'll be begging to come and borrow money.
So that they will.
And you are putting all those people on economic panel. What economy are they doing? They want to monopolize it the more.
In fact, you see what they will do? They will say, let's privatize this. They will buy it too. When they say, let's privatize it, they will buy it. And that is the thing. And see, the question is, something I was worried that one time I was indicting the judiciary for not even saying something, the Nigerian Bar Association. Why are they not being quick to respond to issues like this? They should say something. They will talk from the point of the law. You know, that this is illegal, this is not what the constitution say, this is the wisdom behind the law. Sometimes the law is not as it is. They can find wisdom behind it, and you need to tell the government you cannot do this. You bring in people like Dangote, who's going to privatize, who's going to run the business. Dangote is not going to spend his money before he dies. Don't worry. He can keep acquiring them. So I don't mind. But the problem is, how do you live in a society like this? Now everywhere is war. Everywhere is war. They are not even at peace, because forget it. Dangote and his children, they will be mad security, serious security. They cannot come out. They cannot do things freely. You understand? Unlike me, who knows me? I can go anywhere. You understand? See, they are in more trouble than us. Until the country is safe, you are not safe. Yeah, you are happy to hear the news. Oh, nobody will get to you. They will get to you because you are already in prison. A country where you cannot come out and be free because you are rich. Are you not a prisoner? Sure. So to be a rich man in Nigeria, you're already a prisoner.
Yeah.
You look at their fence, the gate alone, man. You see that place. Are those kids not in prison? In those days, when we wake up, we go and play football, we run everywhere. You know, kids are free to play. Can their children play? So the children are caged. You are caged, your children are caged because you are rich. Is that the society you want? And that is the thing we are now facing. Everybody is in trouble. So it's not only the poor that is in trouble. You, the rich man, you have your own problem. Now you cannot even send your children to the same school you went to. You understand? The children are abroad. Before you, even maybe the day you die, the child will not even come back home. You don't know who will marry here. You know, when you send your child to UK, you send your daughter here, she might even marry one man from Portugal. She don't follow and go Portugal. You forget Africa. You are gone. How many of them here, the children that are sent abroad, will come back home? Only 20% will return home. I can promise you that. So you sending your child abroad, you don't know what is going to go through. Especially for a guy, you don't born for person, you don't go, where are you? And this is the thing. Anything we do, there's a way God has a way of punishing us. Send your child abroad. It's the same poor people that the children remain there that will become the next governor, the next president. Your child will never be president. Trust me, I'm telling you this. Go and look at the history of the country. The rich man child will never become the next president. Because they go don't send and go abroad. That one go don't go stay there. So let us take what Princess has said, taught us today, and what these two people in Edo. I want to really thank you. The youngest said, "We want a Nigeria." Not only her, we actually agree. We want a Nigeria where we return to, where we run to, not a Nigeria where we run away from. Look at our children on the street. In fact, if you see now, if you go to Libya, they tell you the number of Nigerians there waiting to cross the sea. As risky as it is, they are ready to die before they cross the sea. And this is the fault of our leaders. There's no excuse. It's not greed on the part. It's the fault of our leaders. And you think that is going to be okay? It's not okay. Then Princess taught us that please let us find solution to our problem. Unfortunately, Tinubu has set up a team of people who are problems. I was thinking that he's going to look for sound economists. Like I agree with these two governors. These two governors should be there. Not all the governors. Not the ones that are like the governor of my state who be squandering money. You bring him to a panel. What is he going to suggest? If you bring up what is there? What is he going to say? Nothing. All he has done so far is share money with his Princess Okowa. They did nothing. But look at Baseki. He talked from a sound mind. I've never heard my own governor say something so smart that can trend. No, let's start from there. No, sometimes they say elect a leader, we say a lie. Look at what Obaseki has just done. Look at what Soludo has done. Where is the governor of the Delta State? If I lie, show me. So because now they're going to hate me that I said this. But I say, yeah, show me your video when they don't trend. Say you say something meaningful. These two people have come up with something for us. Go, come out, talk. We will hear your mouth. You see, we are in problem. And the problem is not going to continue if we can speak out. So we will speak out and also find solution. Young ladies, I want to thank you all for the show today. I know we didn't agree on the issue of the pastors. I don't think we want to go back there. I know we didn't agree there, but at least we agree on finding solution. That after fighting, after criticizing, that we should at least find a solution.
Yeah, sure.
And also, we are all ending, we are all praying, we are all fighting for a country where we can fall back on, not the country we'll be running away from. That is a big word. If the future generation, the people that will grow the economy are now running away, then we're in trouble. Imagine Nigeria today, if the few ones we can train as medical doctors, they will just feel here, Japa. You understand? So we don't have medical doctors anymore. If you come to UK, come to our NHS here, you see the number of Nigerian nurses and doctors here now. They run away from home. Even you come to Nigeria, come to UK University, you see the lecturers today, they are Nigerians. So meaning we have this brain, they take them away to come and train. And the same we send our children to come and study here. Who is foolish really? Are you saying Nigerians lecturer cannot lecture? How come the one lecturing here are Nigerians? May God save us. I'm going to only hear from Favor again. Favor, my daughter. Can you hear me, Favor? It's like Edo, their network is a little bit down. All right. Okay, I saw that coming. So let me throw the bullet on the woman wearing SRTV t-shirt. Blessing. Where do we go from here? Sincerely, where do we go? Say tomorrow now. What do you want to see now?
That's first of all, that now question is not for Nigeria. The country is going through a lot.
Yes.
Yes. So would Tinubu cannot do it alone.
Yes.
It starts from you, it starts from me, from the common man. We need to work together. Like Princess said about everybody having conscience. Really. Yes, the government is trying. Let's not condemn them, bring them to the ground. They are trying. But we as individuals, we need to try. We need to do better for ourselves. We need to have conscience and look at each other as human beings. We shouldn't fight each other. We are all in this country facing the same problems, so we shouldn't make it more hard for ourselves. That's what I would say. So I would totally go with Princess that we should develop a conscience that works. Yes, and we should consider each other, not hiking prices even when prices are the same, not doubling them just to exploit one another.
Thank you. I'm sure many do you agree?
Yes, I agree with that. He's right. You should stop taking advantage of whatever situation is happening in the country. Because I feel like because of the high price of the dollar, a lot of people, you understand, took advantage of it. Right now it's dropping and everyone is quiet.
Yes, they won't say anything.
You understand? No one is saying anything. They are still selling their stocks at the same price.
I'm sure it's really dropped that much. It might come up this morning. I'll check it this morning. Anyway, you're right. Maybe it's time for everybody now to really look inside and find a solution to the problem we all face as a people. That's where we're going to try and wrap up the show today. You know, if it is the time when them young people were anchoring the show, they will tell you, stay out of trouble, drive safely. But Daddy Chris will always say one thing. Only one thing. My message is simple. There is no Muslim and Christian in this debate. There's no Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. There's only two people in Nigeria, the rich and the poor. The rich are talking about how they will send their children abroad to study. They speak different language, how they will take the plane, how they will do this. You are talking how you're going to take the bus, which you cannot afford, how you're going to drink pure water, how you're going to go to farm, how the cost of bread is affecting you. It doesn't affect them. But we have different challenges. You understand? So when the rich man is talking about his own, we are talking about our own. So those are the two languages we are talking about. The truth is the people dealing with us are those that have a lot of money. There's no society like Nigeria in this world where you have such a rich people and such a poor people. If now so it be for England before the fight. In England, yes, they are poor people, but they can afford the basic things. You know you can afford it. So if you don't, then you have reason to go to prison. But Nigeria, the truth is you can die. And it is a natural instinct for every human being to survive. And that's why you see the way we are. We want to solve this. These young girls came up today. The solution should be what we all can do to save the country. I'm happy these two governors already won our government to stop borrowing money. And they have already indicted themselves that we cannot go to Abuja and begin to pick money to go and spend. Let us also hope that you, the state governors, are doing the needful. You know, my two people I always attack on this show are the governors and the pastors. But I will stop talking about the pastors because my guests will kill me. So I'll be careful when I talk about pastors next time. All right, young ladies, thank you very much for joining the show today. We'll spend another 2 hours again. It's time to take a little break. And I think we've done justice for today. God bless you all.
All right, thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us.
Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything less.
We're part of the global supply chain of helping goods to move from one point of origin to the point of consumption according to the needs of customers. You can contact us with the numbers on the screen or email us at logistic@superiorradioandtelevision.com.
SRTV.